Welcome, collective. So, I got a few messages as always, and we're gonna just hop right into it. First one is suitcase. All disclaimer: all of the messages I get are based on my spiritual gifts: clear cognizance, clear audience, clairvoyance, clear sentience, all of that. Okay, it's just that it's much more easier and beneficial during certain times for me to do it based on audio. Okay. Um, So there's that. I don't know if you guys can tell a difference, but it feels more effective. But I do miss shuffling the cards. But I digress. First message is I was tuning into a suitcase, okay, and that could have a lot of symbolisms here. For me, I like to keep it simple. It's giving traveling. That was like my first initial feeling. Also was tuning into somebody moving or travel, like walking with a suitcase. Now, if I'm going to give the whole full picture, it wasn't just a suitcase. So somebody's going to either move, okay, or take action towards a move, travel somewhere. Now, suitcase, in this case, I don't feel like, oh, it rhymes, but I don't feel like it ties to a symbolism, but it could also mean baggage. Okay, somebody's coming with their baggage, as in things that they haven't healed, quote unquote trauma, to kind of dump on somebody. So just be aware if you're meeting people, new people especially, and you don't know them, and they are trauma dumping on you. Trauma dumping, in parentheses, is basically them expecting you to heal them, okay? Them expecting you to kind of solve their issues, knowing darn well they know, or even you at some point know that they probably need to go to somebody else or a professional, right? A lot of people trauma dump when, I mean, they could also have other people or talk to a professional, but trauma dumpers, they do this unconsciously because they feel lonely. Okay, some of them, if they're a narcissist, they do this willingly to create a trauma bond, but it's not really that intricate. It's not that deep. Um, Basically, message wise, when it comes to suitcase, traveling and moving is happening for somebody, okay, you or somebody close to you. It's in the motion, it's in the move. So, yeah, uh, good luck on that journey, okay? As I always say, let's move on to the next. I was literally seeing a bride, okay, not a runaway bride. I have a lot of energy this morning, okay? But I saw a bride, a really beautiful bride. Their dress is 1010. Um, I was seeing the back of the bride, okay, and you were kind of like, you're gonna get married where there's gonna be a lot of like very traditional um, setting. I saw a lot of stones, okay, so it looks very. It looked like you're gonna get married in a cold country, or they have like stones for concrete. So yeah, the color of the bride, the color, that's intent. But the bride, you could be Caucasian, okay? Doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what I was tuning into. Caucasian and brunette. So congratulations, okay, for your marriage. You look beautiful. 10 out of 10. So let's continue. That's my alarm. Okay. The next one here is a festival. So I keep tuning into specific song that I will have to do like in a I have to do that message in a song message, like in a music channeling. But it's apparently this is not the time for me to break that song down here. But what I got was festivals. Something about festivals and the seasons changing. Somebody is missing you or missing the time. They're nostalgic. They're missing the time seasons when they were with you. They could also miss their hometown. Festivals, it's heavy of a symbolism here. You know, you and your person, or you and this person, because I don't know if it's your person, but they are just reminiscing on the time that you guys had together. And um, you guys could be from the same country. If not, enjoy like a lot of festivals. Also saw like a lot of blended people. Um, so like country wise, anywhere from Japan, Sweden, America, Greece, Botswana, um, Turkey. So it's just a lot of mixture of individuals. Hungarian. Um, so yeah, Germany. All right, so let's continue. I don't know what to say about that. I'm gonna pull one card. So basically, somebody feels like something is fake, it's not real. Mm, I will say this though, when I got this message, like song based, this person felt very judged for being like free and going back in time and staying back in time. It could be one of those individuals where it's like, I'm stuck in the 80s or I'm stuck in the 90s, you know, I'm stuck in that time where everything was easier, you know? And I don't know, maybe it's not up to date, up to town, what? Maybe it's not up to date with a lot of people or that person or you, where you feel like, you know, maybe you need to kind of let go of the past and this person is not ready to let go of the past, okay? Um, this person could, again, I don't know if this is like a traveling buddy, a friend, a lover, an ex, a schoolmate. I don't know, but I do know is that they're very nostalgic about that time when it comes to you. Okay. They've been for a while. I'm also tuning into like they want to go back in time with you as well. Okay. Let's move on. The following messages are gonna be quite sensitive. Um, so just bear with me. First one, if you are okay, and then disclaimer on that as well. This is the first one in this setting is strictly for females, okay, women of all ages. You're gonna get a job or position, okay. If you're suffering from heavy cramps, somebody will take notice at this at the job. You could work in fashion, in the art industry, even like in museums, painter class, something of this nature, fashion. Um, I wouldn't say cater industry, but like industries where it's like it's always on the go. Okay, you could also be like an assistant or a secretary as well. But I don't know if it's already happening right now because this is like something I saw um, in dream state. Okay, so somebody will take notice of this, like your teacher or your supervisor or manager, and they will, obviously to have your papers, they will do some background check, and when they reach out to the hospital will say that they'll basically minimize your struggles, okay, especially if you have had um, reproductive issues. Okay, I'm talking about like endometriosis, fibroids, fibromyalgia, PCOS, PMS, PMDDS, things of that nature. They're just going to be like, oh, well, that kind of happens to everybody. No, it doesn't. Some things happen more than others, but for them to generalize it, because I see you being in such excruciating pain. I'm not gonna lie, when because I got this message today. Um, Side note: your teacher, supervisor, manager will be a female. You will be surrounded by a lot of like female clientele and coworkers. Um, the one that's kind of like supervising you is gonna be like a Caucasian older woman. Like, she kind of looked like a low key hipster, but she's gonna talk to like the hospital, and they're gonna be like, in her head, she's gonna generalize it. Oh, but well, everybody has fibroids, or everybody has this or PMS or whatever. But the way that you were scrunching down in pain during like a workout, or like a class even, it was excruciating, and you were trying to play it off like it wasn't a big deal, but I feel like it happened unexpectedly. So just take care of yourself. Like, things of this nature is not to be played with. I feel personally, um, anything that has to do with your like organs, like your body, your health in general, but like that type of thing is not to be like overlooked. You know, a lot of people will kind of like diminish it and say, "Oh, it's stress or whatever." Um, Well, sure, but like, there's a way where you can kind of balance a lot of things outside stress. Okay. I will also want to add that as I was writing all of this, because I have more messages, I also was tuning into like shampoo. Okay. So you could use a shampoo that could have triggered this, like the symptoms I mentioned. Okay. I don't know if it's a body shampoo or if it's a shampoo for like your womb area, like womb. Oh my god, like your genitals, um, that area, and so on. Or it's like a shampoo you use for your hair. Maybe you need to switch something out, throw something out. I'm also tuning into. Um, if you know you suffer from something of this nature, make sure to try to go as like organic as possible, and what you eat first and foremost. And if it's kind of critical like this, you might have to change your like what you put on your body as well, like shampoos and lotions and all that stuff. But for you guys, I heard, or for this specific person that resonates with this, I heard more so um, shampoos. Okay. um, I think that's pretty much it. You will manage through this, yes. I just don't like the fact that they are like generalizing, because I'm seeing your supervisor, manager, whoever is kind of getting that background information to be like, oh, well, that's not really that deep, but they saw you going through it in front of you. Like, they saw you in excruciating pain, and they didn't know what to do, and they're just like, what the heck is this? So I know. Personally, I feel offended for you, but I digress. I'm gonna move on. Okay. Um, on to the next message. So I actually got this specific one a few about 2 weeks ago. It's just that I think I don't know what, but today's the day I will deliver this message. Okay, there is somebody's mom that's really toxic. I feel like they have some sort of like entity or curse, because when I saw them again, this is also what took place in the dream state. Probably by now has already been implemented in this reality. But your mom is she acts like a saint in front of everybody, okay? But she's really playing in people's face and about your life. To be specific, your mom could be a smoker, don't have to be, but if it's not smoking, I feel like they have some sort of like secret addiction and they're trying to like use you as the scapegoat for this is why they're like suffering like this. Some weird shit. Um, I would say that when I saw the mom, she looks like possessed. Um, like her eyes was glowing and she was like smoking and her hair was unruly. It was crazy, and she was here like talking smack about you. A side note, you could have two siblings as well. Okay, um, there is something on your mother that is quite sinister. I feel that, and it has to do with an entity. My advice is cut the cords. Okay, move out. If you live at home, move out, and if you don't, just cut the cords, because I feel like as much as you're linked with this person, even as a mother, it's kind of a blockage. It's an energetic blockage to prosperity in your life. Um, Personally, I've dealt with narcissism and narcissistic people spiritually and physically, but this, it felt very like if you had like one mortal enemy in your life, it would be your mother. So I just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So there's that. I'm always apologizing for my aloofness and whatnot. This is my quote unquote uh, moon cycle week, so I'm just going to let it go. Thank you guys for stopping by. And for those that resonates, I'm happy to help with what I can deliver. And for those that didn't resonate, it's fine. Until next time.